think you guys already heard about this one. It's the guy who managed to fit an entire bowl into his side of his car in Nebraska.
I did not hear about that one.
You did not hear about that one?
An entire what?
So there's this guy named Lee Meyer. He was driving to a parade in Nebraska, and he had a bull, like an actual male cow, named Howdy Doody, and he managed to place him in the shotgun of his car. It's like an old sedan car, and it was a yellow metal cattle gate. I think his wife said the amount of money he spent to do that whole thing could have cost him a new kitchen.
What did he do? Did he like recreate the car for it?
He literally so there's a shotgun in the car, and he literally created a hole and stuck an entire cattle and just strapped him into it, and he's driving several miles. And he used to do parades too, and so he said that the cow is family part of family. And I'm sitting there how the fuck did you do that? I want to know, how did you manage to get a cow whose long horns are bigger than my entire body into the car and keep him sane throughout the entire drive?
My question is why?
Why?
I mean, if it was Florida, we wouldn't question it, right?
The only thing I question about the Florida is not even how the bulls get there. They're down there.
Are there bulls down there?
There's bulls down there.
Probably.
You never know where anything's down there nowadays. I mean, a lot of hurricanes down there. Anything's misplaced. Now, my question to you is, if you had a chance to bring an oversized animal to whatever, what would it be?
I would 100% train a giraffe to guard my house. Have you seen those things fight?
Yes.
Oh,
They just whip their necks and just bam.
If I could, I would try to get a lion. It has to be super tamed and like me.
But think about it, you're pulling up you're pulling up to my driveway, and all of a sudden you see a giraffe's head go, runs to their car, smash it, you're done.
I got it.
What do you got?
I've somehow managed to train and domesticate an entire colony of bees.
You know what's funny about that? There's a story about bees in this.
Oh.
And this one's a little bit more horrifying. But could you imagine me driving down maybe Southern Connecticut back to our old stopping grounds, and we just have a lion. His name is Scar, not Simba. Bring Scar, because I'm here to do business.
I thought you were gonna say something like Leo.
All right, the next one is, I can see you doing this, by the way.
Okay.
And this happened last month. So you ever seen one of those Kentucky Derbies, the tracks for Kentucky Derbies, all that stuff? Well, there was one in Seattle, suburban Seattle, where there was more than 200 people that ran dressed up in T-Rexes.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
It was 100 meters long. They run as fast as they can to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So you wouldn't hesitate to do it?
No. No, I'd do it. No hesitation.
You know what would be funny? If we got the whole track in to do it. Men and both girls and boys. Get on the track and just do it for the alumni meet.
Records.
Huh?
Setting laugh records.
It'll get personal too. Imagine all just fighting each other.
Oh, yeah, no. Somebody would trip somebody and it would just be a dino brawl.
Who would you trip?
Wallen.
He'd kill you.
Oh, if he can catch me.
I mean, he'll try.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know.
You know what remind me of?
I might have him.
You know what's funny? I was binge watching House MD. One time I was in Maryland, and I got to the episode where he got mad because Cuddy got rid of his patient, and he said you can yell at me, you could probably kill me, but I can run faster than you. And House is on a cane. It's that's cruel.
House is the best MD show.
Well, I've only binge watched 2 shows. No, I've actually binge watched 4. That was Teen Titans, 7 Deadly Sins, House MD, and...
Where is it streaming? Is it Hulu?
House MD?
Yeah.
Well, when I was watching, it was free on Prime. But right now, I try to go back and it says you gotta pay. I was like, bullshit. Victorious is on Netflix.
Do you remember the edgy boyfriend? Not edgy, but the long-haired boyfriend. He was dating the emo chick.
Oh, Beck.
Yeah. I watched. Did you see or hear about the Netflix movie that you can pick where you go? It's like a romance movie, but you pick what the main character does, and that's how the movie goes.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a video game.
It comes close.
Yeah.
I went to Meg's house like a couple days ago, and we tried to watch that, and we just tried. It was one of the characters in it because it's just a chick like with dating options, and one of them is Beck from Victorious. And he's the most. They gave him a British accent and everything. He had bleach blonde hair. He was like a pop star.
Is he Thor now?
Nah, it was something. It was.
He might as well be Thor at this point. Thor is like actual son.
Except he was cringe.
Was that cringe?
It was cringe. It was so bad. It was like a Hallmark movie that a kid made.
The only choose adventure.
Oh wait, I've heard about Hallmark movies are bad, right?
They're not. Well, old ones are like Christmas. They're all like Christmas movies.
They're bad, but they're fun.
So they're so bad that you actually want to watch it. Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah, but this one's like.
That's rare.
Could live without.
The only like choose your own adventure thing I've ever seen was like
Bandersnatch.
No, Bandersnatch and the Black Mirror series.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that series?
No.
Black Mirror. Oh, it's like a series of like really messed up stories. It's on Netflix.
I'm either working on a podcast or just being disappointed and no jobs were responding back to me until like 6 months later.
Oh, I have some big news.
You getting married?
Yeah. Besides from besides from that, I'm finally leaving Coast.
Thank God.
University. I just got offered a job an hour ago, and I accepted
shit.
it. And I accepted.
You know what's crazy is that like I could probably get a job at Xavier High School right now, but I'm not a coach at all. I don't want to coach at all.
You could be like an assistant AD there.
You know what's more crazy? Like some of our teammates that are now mothers or are married. Mm-hmm. It's really insane how fast things have changed in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's her name? Kaylee has like 2 kids right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great for her.
And
Moff is married.
Yeah.
This is wait. Moff is pregnant, right?
No, she
has, stupid.
She
have a whole ass kid.
She has a baby now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably as tall as she is right now.
Oh my God.
The earliest example I know out of everybody was Shatasia when she got married.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember she actually came with the kid, and I was like, oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This ain't cool, man. I'm still single. I'm not waiting for shit. All right, here's another one. This happened.
Marriage man over here.
Soon.
You know what? I got a funny Q&A at the end of this podcast that involves something like that.
Okay.
So this happened in May 2023. Hundreds of spectators gathered on a Monday to watch dozens of reckless racers chase down a 7-pound wheel of cheese down a hill in London.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep, I saw that.
I watched that. I was like, why do I feel like I would do that as a middle schooler? I would do that.
Get their shit kicked out of them.
I would do that right now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, probably as long as there's no rocks. Yeah. But maybe.
Wait, that hill we used to run up on for Hill Day, not like the West Rock Hill, but I'm talking about the hill right next to the football field. If that was a little longer, we would definitely do it.
Oh, West Rock completely got paved.
Really?
It's a whole new hill now. Yeah. Have you seen Have you seen the snaps? The Instagram stories on Southern's track and field page?
I get anxiety every time I watch Southern track and field because of how
it's all just a new road.
Yeah, it's a whole new road.
Do they still slip or are they already good?
I think all the broken ankles and sprains we've suffered, and then they get
a new track, they get a new hill. What the hell?
No, so I'm gonna go. Jack, why do you think it's a good idea to repave the road? Do you want to see the scars?
Look at this.
That's on my other foot. I think I have a couple.
Me and Jack talked about this like a month ago, saying like how Paco or Gigi will always shorten the rest.
Oh, I went on a rant.
You did go on a rant. I was funny.
What are you doing?
I was like, Pac,
no,
stop.
I literally timed it. It's like, there's no way. I'm like 45 seconds ahead. Could you let me breathe for a second here?
But honestly, as a coach right now, I'm guilty of doing it too.
Yeah, I would do it too, though.
Because I feel like I feel like if my athlete's not suffering enough, then I gotta.
Oh. All right, this one this one is a weird story, but like, say if you're in a hospital.
Did you fart?
No.
What? Oh, okay.
I mean, adjusting myself.
The couch went.
Oh shoot, man! My mom gets mad at me every time I ripped one.
Well, what'd you do, like Honor? It's like, hey, Mom.
Well, look, I'm like, Well, actually, I'll go in the bathroom and try to do it, but it was so loud she can hear it. And she'll say, I'm raising a heathen. I'm like, I'm sorry that I ate beans like a few hours ago. Sorry for actually living on this earth.
Keeping it regular.
Giving my family.
I hate it when people get mad at over like natural bodily functions. Like, listen, I can't. If you want me to hold it, I'm gonna explode.
I have 2 specific Snapchats that I took. I was taking a bath one day, and I was home alone. But then my mom and my sister both came home, and I think I heard Mom go to her room, and Kayla was like in the living room or something.
Who's Kayla?
My sister.
Okay.
And I farted, but I was like, because I have a tiny bath, I was kind of like scrunched up in there, so it kind of like hit the bottom and went, and like made a really weird noise. And in the video, you just hear, "Oh my god!"
You know what this reminds me of? Like my senior year of going to West Rock for the Hill Days, and we had this one guy from, you think he's a transfer kid. We try to warn him not to run too fast on the first few reps because he's going to blow up on the last one. Didn't listen, sadly, but he cramps up and he's like stuck in a like bent over position, and so he's in my car. His ass, he's sitting on my side. His ass is towards my back of my chair. So I turn back like this. You better not rip one, or else I'm gonna park this car and kicking you out of this thing. You're not ripping one from me. Rip one on her, but not on me.
Does this ever happen to you when, like, I don't know why, but in the middle of the workout, whenever someone mentions, like, oh, I have to take a shit right now, all of a sudden you have to shit as well?
No,
apparently it's called phantom shit, where like you really don't have to.
That only happens when someone laughs. I can't help but laugh if someone else laughs. Like I actually tried one year to just try to hold it in, see if I can like pull up like a stone face. Didn't work. I was just having like headaches every day.
Yeah, laugh. It's healthy.
It is healthy actually, especially when you're in a bad mood, which for me is almost every day.
But Cole and I have continuous streaks for several days of us just ripping who could rip the longest.
Oh yeah.
I have some
musical.
of them. Oh, I have some of them saved.
I have most that you send me. I will save in chat.
Mm-hmm. My most infamous one was when I had a girl over, and
I remember that you sent me that. It was funny as hell.
And then as she was pulling out of the driveway, I put in the caption when she finally leaves, and I just go, "Ugh."
Maine, they were cracking down on people having inappropriate license plates. Like, and apparently this one that set him off was a guy who wrote, "I love tofu." If you had a chance to, create your customized license plate, what would it say? I was on that for a second.
B and then the number 2.
Okay.
S, and then like the little dash thing. FTW.
I know FTW is for the win.
Nope.
What?
Not in this situation.
Enlighten us.
Born to shit, forced to wipe. I mean, nobody would understand that, but I'd be like, I might get that as the vanity plate for the Firebird. B2SFTW.
I might just have something that goes like this, like, only for kings.
Oh.
Because, like, I think I was watching this,
4 or FOR?
4.
Oh.
But I think, because I was watching this, like, one clip on YouTube, but it was, like, a wrestling show, and it said, only kings will understand us. So I was like, I want to have, like, just, like, only for kings.
I don't know. I might have Milano, too. No one got that.
No. What?
That's Star-Lord's ship. The Milano.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, you just the third one was awesome.
I watched that at work the other day because it was so slow. Yeah, I just had it on my phone. I was scanning IDs up front, and I had enough time between checking people in to finish that entire movie.
I don't know why, but James Gunn picks the best songs. I mean, I was freaking listening to Space Hawk for about a few hours.
I only saw the third Guardians one time, and I watched the first half of the entire movie high out of my mind. Thank you.
Welcome.
And then finally, when I snapped out of it, spoilers ahead, I'm sorry everyone, and then it showed like Rocket about that. I was like, oh fuck, Rocket's done.
He's done!
Like, Guardians, turned to go, I was like, Guardians 3 volume, Rocket fucking
dies.
Did you know there's one girl in I think New Jersey that wanted to prove Santa was real? So she took actual eaten cookie and an eaten carrot for the reindeer to a chief police officer and asked him, "Could you send this to the
send this to forensics?"
Yeah, and he actually did it, and he wrote it in reasons. Did not finish snacks. Would you go that far to prove a fictional character or a fictional idol was real?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you realize Santa wasn't real?
Honestly, kind of early.
How?
I mean, kind of.
Because I remember. Sorry, I was like maybe like 10, 11 years old, and the one thing I really wanted for Christmas. This is when Spider-Man 2 came out.
Oh, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah. So there was like a whole like Spider-Man 2 stunt set where it came like a mini like Spider-Man and a Doc Ock, and it's like in his lair.
Yeah.
Building the fusion reactor, and then like you could make it do cool shit, but it was probably like $200, and then my mom wrote like a fake note from Santa saying, "Oh, my elves couldn't build one. Sorry."
Oh no.
and I so when I was spending time with my mom during the school year, like I would watch her like correct papers and stuff, so I knew what my mom's handwriting looked like.
Oh.
So when I saw that note, I was like, I have so many questions right now, and then I just
my mom just told me.
it.
She straight up told me, like, I don't know, like man, I was like 8 years old.
I thought you were about to say like 4. I was going to be like, no.
No, I would do that. I'm not gonna lie to my kid. I'm not gonna lie to my kid. It's like, hey, listen, I'm letting you know that guy that apparently lands on people's houses and goes through their chimney. First of all, we don't have a damn chimney, so I don't know how he gets in here.
Magic.
The magic. Shoot, that's
My
science.
parents told me
There's
that.
so many movies. He'll be so confused.
Yeah, one of them will turn into a dog. I don't care.
No, my parents told me that Santa had a magic key that can get into any door ever.
I can guarantee you
that
that's bullshit. First of all, I would say that when I got older, I was like this. Wait a minute. When Santa Claus go to the ghetto? He's a ballsy guy. That's a ballsy guy.
Hell yeah,
You don't get mugged, dude.
That's why he goes at night.
Dude,
that doesn't help.
The ghetto does not sleep. They don't sleep, man. The ghetto is New York. They don't sleep. It's pretty much Gotham over there, man. You better hope Batman hasn't having an off day.
Santa's packing a tactical
You
vest.
better tip in Gotham City, otherwise.
Yo, this Batman memes is crazy.
You didn't
Justice for Gotham.
One minor inconvenience, you're getting your ass kicked by Battinson. So there's one woman in California. His mother and her daughter baked a Han Solo, aka now Pan Solo, of when he got frozen in carbonite. He made a bread version of it, 6 foot tall.
Oh shit!
So I'm thinking like, how come this is in national news now? Like, how did I miss this? Like this happened like a few years ago. How did I miss this? I would have showed this up on social media like crazy.
Was it just as bread, or was it like?
It was bread.
Okay.
And I was like, would you eat it, or would you save it? I don't know. I would freeze it, maybe.
Yeah.
Freeze it.
Something.
First, I would hold hands with Han Solo, and then I just take hands
just
off.
Actually, one woman, I think the daughter was getting fixated on his lips. I was like, me reading this sounds dirty.
Was she?
And his mother was like, yo, you gotta get away from it. And it's like, I can't.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Uh-oh.
Han Solo.
I made a bread dick.
And like the daughter like, so
Daddy, it's okay,
how
it's
did
bread.
you do that? Is it, you know my boyfriend? No way, he's this big.
My man mold.
That's amazing.
Remember I had my boyfriend over for like a good hour? Yeah, this is why. Alright, here's one. So there's one person was driving a trailer, and apparently a box slipped down the back of it, and it was wait do you
You
think?
keep going. No, you first.
Like about 1,000. I think it was like. Wait, let me get the number right here. All right, it's way more than I was gonna say. 5 million bees came out of it,
Oh my
That's not what I
god.
was gonna say.
and I'm sitting here like, excuse me, 5 million bees.
That's a lot of bees.
Yeah, there's a lot of bees. Is there an animal that you would never fuck with ever?
I mean, I'm allergic to bees.
There's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe bees.
An animal I would never fuck with?
Yeah, I would never mess with anything that's faster than me or bigger than me.
Trey.
That's like every animal.
So like.
Yeah, I mean, spiders aren't bigger. Spiders aren't bigger.
Trey.
Trey's a muscle. He's just a muscle.
You mean back when he was in college with us, he told me he'd eat like 5 pounds of bacon a day. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have a heart attack.
He's gonna have a heart attack, and it's like, how could this happen? It's like, what do you mean, how could this happen? I don't know him, but I know how he died.
Nobody would ever see this coming.
I mean, I would never.
Literally every person in the world knew how this was gonna end, but at least he died doing what made him happy, which is all that matters.
Hell yeah.
You know, I actually remember when he was. I think I was going to give water, and he walked past me, and I bumped into him, and I was like, Broly, would you just, like, you're making me feel bad, all right? This ain't cool. I don't like the fact that you're, like, freaking bigger than a damn door.
I should say something, but I can't.
I want to say something, but you're too big, and you might eat me.
Don't eat me.
But I guess I would say any cats that are, like, bigger than, you know, a house cat.
Oh my god!
You know, the big cats.
Oh,
yeah, the big cats. I would never fuck with.
I went to this one suburban neighborhood in like Edgewood, Maryland.
Someone has a pet.
No, but there was this dog that came out that was like freaking. It looked like a grown ass like Siberian husky, but it looked like a direwolf at the same time. And she said, "Yeah, he's still a puppy." I'm like, "What do you mean still a puppy? This thing's bigger than me."
It was an Irish wolfhound.
It was a white dog.
It's a white dog.
That she said it was a husky.
Well,
It was like if it was snowing, you would lose him easily.
Was it like stupid puffy?
Yes.
Like really, really, really puffy?
I'm not sure if it was a fur or his muscles.
I think I've seen those. One of my friends has one of those. I'm pretty sure.
I was mesmerized. I wasn't sure if that was bigger or whatever Crowley has as a dog.
Oh,
that Beethoven like dog
Mountain
she
dogs?
has.
Not St. Bernard, right?
Bernese Mountain Dogs?
Bernese Mountain Dogs,
Yeah, I have a scar in my hip from one of those.
Oh boy.
Shit. Alright, here's the last one. And this one made me laugh the hardest. So this U.S. pastor, Tony Perkins, who believes that natural disasters are sent by God to punish gay people, has his house flooded. So I was like, so we gonna tell us something right now?
Literally, I literally just thought, wow, that's one way of coming out.
Do you remember the memes?
That's one way of coming out?
Remember the memes where it's like a dude like eating a banana and just goes, gay?
If you're going to Vegas, and you can only bring 4 extra friends, so there's gotta be 5, who would it be? And I won't go first, because I'm taking Trey, because I need a bodyguard.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm taking Sachin, because he's a DJ.
Of course.
I'll go as a designated driver.
Okay.
And I need a guy who's good with money, so I might take Troy.
Okay.
I need a guy. I just need a guy to know that's really smart, probably smarter than me. So I'm going to take guys, and I might just take Cole. He might just snap the memories easily.
Sounds like a heist.
It does sound like
Sounds
a
like we're
heist.
planning a heist.
That was like a really thought out.
We're at the Joker beginning of the Dark Knight. I'm sitting in the car like this. Oh shit! Yo, guys, abort the mission! Go! Who'd you take?
Going down the bag.
Well, first I would take Cole because we need redemption after what happened.
What happened?
I'm gonna make you tell the story.
Don't make me tell the story.
What's the worst that can happen? Only 10 people are gonna watch this.
All right.
You don't have to.
No, I'll tell them. I'll try to give you the most brief version that I can.
Succinct as possible. Go.
God, how do I? We went to the birthday. We went to the casino for his birthday.
Aw.
But I had to close at work, so I showed up later than them. But on the way there, I went to hang out with Meg and one of her friends over at her friend's house.
All right.
But I guess while I was there, these fine gentlemen met a bachelorette party. And apparently they were hot, I was told. And they split ways when I got there. They met me up in the middle by that big glass purple thing. We went to the bar, the Vista, that like triple decker one. It's like It's on the second floor and there's a big, When we get there, and we're pretty sloshed. I was real nice and high, and I also was loaded up with shots from these boys. And they're like, "Yo, Cole, they're here." I was like, where are they? Like flopping behind me. And I look over and I see a bunch of hot chicks and I'm looking. I'm like, where do they go? And somebody was like, those are them. And I was like, oh, okay. So within like 2 minutes, we like took another. We took another. Sound normal humans make. Within a couple of minutes, I was like, we're going down there, right? And we just went, just ran down and started chatting with them. Because, they already had the introduction before I even got there. So we're chatting, we're talking, having a good time. And I start grinding with one of them. It was fun. And then they're like, okay, we're going to go back to comics, because I guess that's where they found them originally.
Okay.
Comics is the one that has the mechanical bull on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess that's where they found them.
I wouldn't survive that.
I didn't do it. I don't think any of us would have survived that either, especially in our state.
I did it.
But when we were there. I was going to say when we were there that night.
Yeah.
I think Lorenzo would have been the only one who would have made it.
He's a
very strong guy. You can probably hold him.
Are you talking about like in our current state?
In the state of that when we were there.
Oh, okay. Because I did it before that state.
Yeah, I'm saying like when we got back there.
This sounds like a Seinfeld skit right now.
When we returned.
This sounds like a Seinfeld skit right now.
Oh,
on the watch, we'll be like,
so they're like, okay, we're gonna go, and we're like, boys, let's go. So we go back, we sprint back upstairs. It hits midnight. Happy birthday, Jack. We all take shots.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, let's go. We zoom back down there. You handed me a beer that somebody just gave you.
Yep.
So I was like, free beer.
Some guy at the bar. I was chatting with him, and he goes, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's my birthday today." Like 5 minutes ago, I turned 26, and he goes, "Here's a beer, man. Happy birthday!" And I already had a full beer in my hand, and I was like, "Here you go. I don't want it."
So I graciously received his beer, and we departed. We ran down. I was just trying to drink it along the way. I was like, oh god, oh shit, like just attempting.
Yeah.
I don't even think I got all the way through it, but they were like, yeah, you can't bring the whole beer, and so I was like, okay, like drinking it. Threw out whatever was left of it. Got in there. Mm-hmm. You like ran over to him, I'm pretty sure, and like started saying hi because I was like, where are we going? Because I was me. I think Lorenzo waited for me, but you guys just went like right in, and I looked over and you were already over there with. Wait, he found him. He found the Bachelorettes.
Wait, are you talking about when we were up?
When we returned back to comics.
Turned back to comics.
Yes.
All I remember was like the other situation that I had to deal with, but I don't know who found them or if they even followed us.
I'm pretty sure it was you because we got back there after they had come back, but then you had spotted them, so you're like, oh, just to go chat. But then no, it's because everybody else went with you.
I don't know. That night was very.
The night was something.
Blank.
I
don't remember.
I remember everything.
Alright, so let me guess. You guys woke up the next day and realize that one of your friends is gone. There's a tiger in your bathroom.
No, wait.
I was the friend that was gone.
There's more.
There's more.
There's so much more.
But wait. There's more. There's more.
So, we end up all going over there and like chatting with the girls, and I had started talking to one of them who ended up being 35.
Okay.
Mind you, so that was pretty cool.
I mean, what's the point of it? Okay.
You know?
I'll say a problem.
And then, no, there's no problem. It's awesome.
No, it's not. Yeah.
But, I'm wondering at what point I should say. So, an individual we noticed was missing. We noticed 2 individuals were missing. One from our group, one from the other group. We looked down yonder. Said individuals making questionable choices. So he is promptly ejected from the game immediately.
Nice.
But in the ensuing chaos, the chick that he was doing questionable things with came back over and like jumped back in the booth that I was standing over talking to the other chick. And the other chick ended up going pee, and I'm standing there next to the other one. She was a redhead. She was 31. Both of these chicks were both cosplayers. So like,
as
I can show you.
Okay, you show me.
I'll show you after. You'll get it. You'll get it. One of them, the 35-year-old, looked like a clone of, the love child of Stormfront from The Boys, and Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman. Because she was like not as hot as Gal Gadot, because Gal Gadot is like Gal Gadot. Mm-hmm. But she was better than Stormfront, because Stormfront's like pretty good.
Listen, you mentioned Gal Gadot. I'm cool with that. Should start with that one.
And then what do we say B looks like? Well, other than Jinx.
That was really but you just called her Jinx.
I love the fact we're using comic references.
Oh yeah,
yes.
no, that was.
I love the fact we're using this.
Because it took me a bit to find out their actual names. I still only know one.
These are like Catwoman.
I only know one. But anyway. We go back to comics. We're talking. I don't know how, at all, but the conversation took an immediate left turn.
Yeah.
That I have since not recovered from. And it just got sexual out of nowhere. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And she said something along the lines of like, oh, you gotta stop like messing around with these girls your age. You gotta start going after like 30-something-year-olds. And I was like, huh.
I'll write that down.
I was like, that was like valuable information. I've never tried that before. I don't know how it's gonna work out for me. So I said something like, okay, that'd be real cool right about now. Because she was like, my sex drive's like the same as yours right now. And I was like, huh.
Oh, information.
I was like, huh, okay. And so I said something like, oh, that'd be great right about now. And she just looks me dead in the face. And she goes, oh yeah? Get on your knees and beg me for it. And I just went, huh? I like giggled a little bit and I looked around like,
Deer in the headlights.
I was like, haha, sure, yeah, like jokingly.
Yeah.
And I looked back over and she's just like, so I was like, I do like 5 takes around the bar.
And
then I'm just like, and I slowly get to my knees in front of this complete stranger at the bar. Mind you, crowded bar.
Okay.
So many people.
Music playing.
There's a live band. There's not strippers.
It's dark, but the lights are just making it hard to see people.
It was still pretty light.
So you actually see people.
It was broad. Yeah, no, you could see across the entire place.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about one that was like.
This was like a restaurant bar.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, they had food, I'm sure.
All right, now I can imagine.
It's an American grill. Yeah.
Yep, American.
So, I get on my knees for this woman. And as soon as I hit the ground, I'm like, I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. I look up, and there's just red hair sweeping down over me, and she just fucking bites me by my bottom lip and, whoa, like fish on a hook, just to the sunlight, just, whoa, just straight up. And I'm like, what?
And we're taking the lift off.
And I was like, I'm gonna get in the booth now. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I can jump in there, and we start chatting. And it turns out these lovely ladies are all part of a very interesting, like, sexual community. Like polyamorous and all that fun stuff. Yeah. So I was made aware of this at some point during the night. And it came about that we were talking again sexual. And she was, like, talking switch, dom, submissive.
So
all
pretty much
stuff.
like we're going into this direction where
she's immediately taking it there.
It's like, wow, first day, this is different.
I was like, pleasure to meet you. What the hell are we talking about?
I'm letting you know I would never ever get on my knees for anything like that.
Good.
Because I'm like, if you have to tell me to get on my knees, I'm not doing that. One, because I'm very particular about my knees. I don't like hurting my knees, so I'm cool with that.
Good. Actually,
just said my knees.
Be like that. Be like, no. Sorry.
But you're you're 25. I don't give a shit if I was like 15. I'm not doing it.
Protect these joints, lady.
It's gonna do well for me when I'm like freaking 68.
Yeah. So, where was I? Where did I just?
You're in the booth.
I'm in the booth.
Chatting.
She had bitten me to the surface again.
Yeah.
I get in the booth. So we're throwing around all the terminology from all the kink culture stuff kind of deal.
Okay.
Dominant, submissive.
Yeah, I've dabbled in a few of those like entertainment videos.
Well, of course.
I've dabbled in that. I've been a teenager before.
And then there's switch, which is both.
Yes.
So she came at me hyper aggressively, and I was like, "Oh, it's pretty fun too." So she's like, "Are you dominant or submissive?" I was like, "Switch, I guess." Immediately just goes, "Oh, you're a sub, huh?" And I was like,
Words I don't understand.
Submissive, meaning like gets dominated kind of shit.
Yeah, but you probably in the moment probably just like.
Oh no, I knew exactly what she was talking about, but in my head I'm just like, I mean a little, but I was like, I'm gonna roll with this. So I was like, yeah, sure. So she's like, oh okay, and then the other chick who her name Molly, I ended up finding out her name.
Okay.
The 35-year-old that looks like Stormfront and Gal Gadot.
All right.
She returns, and B, the other one I found out was her name. B looks at me and just she looks at me. So let's say this is me and you are Molly. She goes like this. She goes like, "You're gonna love this."
Oh Lord.
And I just went, "Huh?" And she leans over and she goes, she's a dominatrix. And I was like, she's a what? I was like, what did you say she is?
She's what?
And she looks over at Molly and she goes, he's a sub. And I'm just like, sure, I guess I am now. And her face lights up. She's like, oh, it makes so much sense. You're so handsome. You have so much energy. And I was just like, oh, you mean it? I'm like, really?
So much going on. So much going on.
But then I'm trying to make this as fast as possible, but there's so much. Oh, ooh.
You could write a book about this.
Probably. My memoir.
50 Shades of Cole.
Mohegan, a memoir.
Short story.
Oh, it's not a short
story. It could be audio.
Yeah. I'll do an audio book.
This is a book. Yeah, this is an audio book.
Oh my god, wait, did I do it for you with the music? Did you hear the story with the music being played?
I think so.
Vivaldi's Four Seasons?
Oh, yeah.
At the birthday?
At your birthday, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I played Vivaldi's Four Seasons while I told this story to a large group of people. But however I did it, the timing of it lined up perfectly with like the drops and like the intense parts of the orchestra. So it was immaculate to tell this. Just like,
you're like, and then.
Yeah, and then the music would go.
Imagine I'm writing a screenplay. I can definitely use this as inspiration. Because I'm writing like the midpoint of the season, and I want to like do something very, very crazy.
Oh, well, it's not over yet.
But wait,
there's more. There's more.
Next one, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. So, she gets excited. She says I have Kenergy and all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like, they're paying attention to me. They're doting on. They're all this craziness. They're listening. They see me. And she like slides in the booth with me, and she was like, B just looks at me and she goes, oh, so you're so right. And I was like, sure. And she goes, so you like this? And just grabs me by the throat.
Okay.
This freckle, it grew back, by the way. Can you see the freckle?
Yeah.
Is it there?
Yes.
Is it like a freckle again?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that was stabbed off by the amount of times her thumb dug into my throat. So she's doing that. She's got another hand up the back of my shirt, like clawing me, one in the front of my shirt, clawing me across that. I'm bleeding from my neck, like down onto my shirt. Molly's on the other side of me. She's got her hand in my hair. She's like playing, like scratching my back and shit, and being all nice on this side. So this side's kicking the hell out of me. This side's like, and then a third one approaches. She ends up being 30, and they're like, tell her she has nice boobs. And I was like, what? And she goes, tell her she has nice boobs. And I was like, you have nice boobies. Like something like that. And I'm like holding hands with her. I have one on this side, one on this side. And then all the guys finally come back. They're like, oh, we're leaving. And I was like, okay. And they're like, you coming? And I was like, no.
I don't think I have a choice in the matter.
And then Jack comes down. He's like, buddy, I want you to be fun and have safe. I did this the last time, too. Be fun, have safe. I keep switching that up. I literally have that written down on my phone. It's not... Okay. He said... And it was when I said that exact part of the story, too. Every time it's be fun, have safe. I'm going to get that tattooed on me. Anyway,
I'm like,
he goes, have fun, be safe. If you need anything, here's my room key. I'm in room 212. So I was like, thank you, birthday boy. I love you. And they depart. And it's just me with the entire bachelorette party. And they're just doing their due in the middle broad daylight. And then there was a group of salt and pepper 5'6" kings, you know, like beer belly dudes, gray hair, mustache only, Ford hat. That kind of deal. Like tucked in white shirt into blue jeans. Working men, blue collars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done that when I was at Xavier.
Yeah, so a group of them were trying to hit on the bachelorette party too.
Yeah.
And at one point I asked B, I was like, can I go pee? And she was like, no, not until I say you can. I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these nights. This is what's happening today. So I was like, okay. We end up staying until lights on. We leave. Molly's like, I'm going to go pee. And I was like, okay. B said I couldn't. She's like, baby. And grabs me by the arm. She's like, walks me to the bathroom. She's like, I'm going to go pee. You're going to go pee. You're going to wait for me right here when I get back. And I was like, okay, sure. Go pee, come back. She comes back, sees me waiting, gets all ecstatic, ends up walking me around. We end up finding B eventually because nobody was there. As soon as we got out of the bathroom, everybody was gone.
Wow.
The entire group that we came with disappeared. The entire bachelorette party and the Short Kings, gone. It's just me and Molly. And she's like, I'm going to call B, find out where she is. She's like, okay. She's at roulette. I was like, okay, cool, let's go find that. We wander for like 10 minutes, can't find anything. And we finally asked somebody, we're like, I walk up with this random lady, 11 years older than me, that I don't know, just clinging to my arm, and I was like, hey, where's roulette? And the dude's like, it's over there. I was like, okay, cool. Walk over there. It's just B and just the short kings at the roulette tables. And I was like, uh-oh. And she leans over, she's like, oh yeah, they're all betting money on me and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So we're just going to go, do our own thing. So me and Molly walk off. And we walked by my favorite slot machine. And she's like, sit. And I was like, oh. And so she slides $5 in. And I was like, awesome. We betting big or we betting small? She goes, big. Hits it for $2.50. Nothing. $2.50 is left. And I was like, are we betting big or are we betting small? And she goes, big. Slaps it. $75 up. And I was like, oh, are we cashing out now? She goes, no. Starts hitting every single thing. It gets down to 5 cents. And I was like, we can't even make a bet anymore. And she's like, I'll just take you another one. And I was like, hold on. Press the print button. Took the ticket out. And I was like, you're wearing lipstick, right? She goes, yeah. And I went, put it right up to her face. And she was like, huh. I have it pinned up on my mirror at home. The 5-cent Mohegan stuff. Mohegan, the cash voucher just has a pink.
You know what you need to do? You need to put your phone on a mount and just dim the lights near a fireplace like Mr. Krabs on one episode and sip tea.
Oh yeah.
And have that thing next to your face. It's like, I may have lost by 1.
Yeah. Oh no, it'll go on a mantelpiece at some point.
Even when I lose, I still win.
Oh yeah.
Frame it and tell it to your great-grandchildren.
To make an incredibly long story short, though, we were supposed to go back to their hotel room because we ended up meeting back up with B at the top of the escalators to the hotels, and she was with only 2 of the short kings.
Okay.
And they pointed around me. Say you're me. They're just like, so are you guys coming back to the hotel with us? And not acknowledging, not looking at me or anything. And they're shaking their heads. They're like, oh, so what's your name? What's your name? And the guys are like, yeah, so we got drinks up in the hotel. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Come on, Cole, we're leaving. And just grabbed me by the arms and spun me around and walked away. And I turned back towards the short kings and I just go, and give them a little salute. And they're just like, what? So I'm skipping back there. They're like, so we're talking. They're like, so our safe word is pancakes? And I was like, you what? You what? You what? Come again? And they're like, and we but this is what you can't say, this is what you can't, what are your boundaries? And I was like, is this happening? Is this real life? Losing my mind. Get back to the hotel room, open up the door, everybody's asleep. So I'm like, damn. And then, and earlier Molly had been like, do you want to take pictures with us? So you have receipts for the boys? And I was like, that's the coolest thing you could have said. Thank you. I should have done it. Didn't. So I was about to ask her while I was saying goodbye at the door. Yeah. From the darkness, just, and she yanks me back. Just get over here,
scorpion your ass,
scorpioned me into this room with all these sleeping bachelorettes, and I was like, oh. Immediately dove to go pee, so I didn't have to ask permission. Ran back out. It was one suite like this, a suite like this, and there was a connecting room between them, which was just a fold-out couch, a TV on the wall, and a blow-up mattress.
Basically what you're saying is there's enough space.
There was no window, no nothing, just like a dungeon. And the fold-out couch is open. The third chick had already gotten back to the room. And they lead me in there, and B just goes, points and snaps at the bed. And I was like, jumped on it. Yeah, I was like, hell! And she was like, you're going to spoon me now. And I was like, you got it.
I could do that.
I was like, rolled over, start cuddling and stuff. She's like, all over me and whatnot, having fun. And then I turn over. And I see that the third girl, lovely lady, by the way. All of them are amazing people.
But
she had drank so much that she threw up. But apparently that had never happened to her before. So she was very upset about it. And she was crying.
I accuse you of capping.
And immediately the entire vibe was killed. Mm-hmm. So it just ended up being me cuddling around with these people. Stroking the hand of the lady who was crying, being all nice, it's okay, it's fine, it happens to everybody. You drinking water? Do you need bread? That kind of stuff. It didn't end up being anything, but the next morning I woke, because I ended up sleeping over too. The next morning I woke up, and when I was leaving, I was like, thank you for such an interesting and eye-opening experience. Bye, and just left. That was it. Jeez. And then I'm looking around at the base of the hotels, and I'm like, I called Jack. I was like, bro, which hotel are you in? Like, I'm standing at the base of the elevators, and he's like, oh, dude, I'm in the hotel like 5 minutes down the street. And I went, what? If I didn't sleep over, I would have been stranded.
Yeah.
But
missed opportunity.
Yeah, but you know, because it didn't work out the way we all wanted it to.
Yeah.
I have something to live for now.
The only stories I ever had was ones with me almost like dying on the freeway of Washington, going down to Washington. Because like they're always interesting. Like one time I was on a Saturday morning. I was going down to do some photos and video for a travel baseball game in Virginia, and there's an 18-wheeler about maybe 400 meters. I should know what the 400 meters look like anyway. 400 meters down in front of me. All I see was the tire blow up in front of me, and the things are flying in the air, hanging in the air. I'm thinking like, don't you dare hit my car.
Stay.
And like it actually misses my car, but hits the car and back at me. And I might have that smudged up me like this.
Yeah.
Whoa. Another time I almost hit a love seat on the freeway. No
like
joke.
A whole love seat?
Well, I probably half of it, but like all I know is that
still that's enough.
So the car length, middle of that car length, see it last second. I didn't look. I just swerved to the right and went around. And I'm like this.
Yeah.
Thank God there was no one there. I would have been dead.
Literally, a year ago, I went to a college track and field meet in New York. It was like windy, kind of like not rainy, but just like really strong winds. Some dude parked his car under like a massive tree branch, and then all of a sudden we hear like loud cracks. Everyone's like, "Oh shit! Look at that!" A whole branch comes out, completely just totals the car.
Oh,
crushes it. Everyone goes silent, and then like a minute later, you hear a guy go, "What in the fuck?" And then we're like, "It's that guy."
I remember that my last college party before COVID. It was when I drove you guys back from the party back to North Hall. It was like the Halloween party. I remember because I drove you guys back.
I know. Was it at the girl's house?
No, it was the guy's house.
Guy's house.
Never been to the girl's house.
Huh?
Really?
What year is this?
Senior.
Like Megan Elena's? You
No, I've never been there.
What?
Was it the year?
Well, I'm sorry, no one gave me an invite.
Wait, was this the year I went as Wolverine? Old Man Logan, and then you went as a...
Jesse was a cowboy,
Billy.
that's all I remember.
You went as a...
I was attempting to be Billy.
Yeah, you're Billy.
With my bad wig.
Yep.
All I remember is that Jesse was a cowboy.
That was definitely that time.
So I remember like we're in, I guess we're in Zach's room, that little like corner right behind the pool table.
Yeah.
And like there's this volleyball girl there, and she's like drunk as hell on like the mattress, and she slides down, and I look down, I'm like, oh, you shaved.
You're just like,
I was like, okay, you had big plans today, did you? It was like this. Oh.
And there's like,
it was enough I can tell that she shaved.
You're just like, shit.
Oh god.
I was like, well, you know, this is a good night then.
Literally, your reaction is fucking Skippy. That probably goes, Skippy, this shit.
All right, I have a quick Q&A for you guys to end this podcast. All right, Spider-Man 2, Samurai Spider-Man 2, or Across the Spider-Verse? Which one did you? You had to keep one.
Oh. Come on now.
I'm sorry, man.
Fine, I'm gonna go Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 2, only because it has a deeper impact on my childhood.
Yeah, it did. Me too.
Yeah,
I watched that movie more times than any other Spider-Man.
And the most recent meme just made me laugh because of that movie, and it was like
the Pizza Time one.
No, the difference between Google and Bing. And it's like a Google search that says how to make your baby stop crying, and it's like a woman describing like, oh, you can rock it to sleep, you can feed it, and then Bing, it just shows Doc going, the river, drown it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
the river, drown it.
No, I remember watching it one time when my dad walked in the room when Peter fell the second time and he hit like the trash can. My dad's like, damn, what happened to him? He having a bad day? I was like, yeah, a really bad day.
Or just the Toby screech.
Yeah. Many memes came.
The squeals.
Yeah.
Oh,
my back.
Oh no! Remember, still in the realm of Spider-Man. In the first one, when Green Goblin blows up the wall without May's praying, she's just like, Like, Heavenly Father, we thank you.
Finish it! Finish it!
Deliver us from evil! Wait, have you guys... Relating to that same first way, have you guys seen the edit of, like, when Peter Parker was coming upstairs, he runs up against the wall and then cuts up, just kicks him.
Yeah.
There's another one where it's like, it doesn't matter if it was Sam Raimi's universe or MCU. Green Goblin always messes with Aunt May.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what universe it is. So, next one. Empire Strikes Back or Rogue One?
Empire Strikes Back. Because I get introduced to my favorite Star Wars character of all time, Boba Fett.
That reminds me
It's not funny.
That reminds me of the rap between Deadpool and Boba Fett. You have 5 lines in the trilogy, and one of them was
Hey, thank you, Book of Boba Fett. Now he has more than 5 lines.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson killed one of your clone daddies.
But like, as a kid, I loved Boba Fett. I just thought he was like the coolest character.
I just liked
He
him.
got killed
Empire
off.
Strikes Back, I felt like it was one of the stronger Star Wars films, though.
I don't know. Because Rogue One was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And it was a very good... It was different from, like, mainstream Star Wars in that it was, like, grittier and didn't focus on Jedi or the Force or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely love and appreciate that.
I remember asking that question in, like, Brownell Hall during winter break, and you said it was gritty, not pussy.
Yeah.
I still have that video on my hard drive.
I feel like I have one of... you sent them to me.
I sent a clip to you.
Yeah.
But I have the whole... I lost the director's cut version, but I still have the edited version.
Okay.
And to see James Earl Jones come back as Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
Rogue One was
All
awesome.
right. Said you guys ate pizza. Either eat pizza with or without pineapple.
With pineapple.
Without?
Just went silent.
I just mouthed it out to him.
I mean, if I could eat pizza, which I physically can't anymore, I would do it with pineapple.
Okay. So you like your sweet and your savory?
I do.
I don't know. One time I went to Iliano's. I went to Iliano's, which is like on Washington Street, right next to Palmer Field, and I remember going there after a high school game, and I was like, he gave me like a sample one before I actually got the pizza, and I was like, is this pineapple? This tastes good. Yeah, I was like, yo, you got more of these? And I see them, oh, this is nice. I'm coming back for another one.
I've had it.
Pineapple belongs on pizza. Just deal with it.
Oh, by the way, my mom made that from Congo Forever.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she made a lot of shit.
No, next one she needs to no condom forever.
I probably could convince her to make that for Cole's birthday next year.
Oh.
Maybe I can convince her to teach me how to sew, that I can make it for myself.
Did you get your I am Knuff?
I need to get it. I still need to get it. I want the fuzzy one, but I can't find anywhere that makes it.
All right, how about this one? Do mermaids lay eggs or is it live babies?
Well, technically they would be they are half mammal because they are humanoids. I'd say no eggs. Have you seen that Discovery Channel mermaid documentary?
Would they be like frog egg kind of deal, or like eggs? Like hard shell eggs.
Like frog.
But they're sea creatures, so they'd be froggy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But sharks have the little like purses for the babies.
Did you know that there's actually no documented no footage of sharks actually giving birth?
Same with eels.
I don't think.
No, they don't know where. What is it? They don't know where they spawn. Or they don't know where eels spawn. They think they just exist.
Maybe they're like Shark Tales. They go to
maybe
like Shark Tales. They go to like an abandoned pirate ship, and they're all Italian mob. That just like all that stuff.
That's another animal I would never mess with is sharks and eels.
If sharks, honestly, I feel like Shark Tale did it best because I love the fact that sharks are an Italian mob.
You had a baby. It's fairly happy.
Okay.
True story. The dry sleep on the little guy's face. It's all worth it in the end. True story.
Which species would be the rudest if all animals could talk?
Cat.
I was gonna give you an option: raccoons or cats.
Cat. Well, yeah, no, raccoons I've seen be silly, funny, happy little dudes.
If they have rabies, they're freaking dangerous.
Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them.
Yeah. Besides,
I've seen domesticated raccoons.
Literally at the bar.
That's any person that loves animals.
Literally at the bar I work at, I wanted to do like a little experiment where I saw a raccoon like near a dumpster, and I had like old leftover food, and I was like, come here, come here, kitty. And I like put the food like as close as I could, and it made my entire week when I saw the raccoon just go over, pick it up, and just
yeah.
I was like, yes.
Like the dog food one where it's just
Yep. I was like, yes, let's go.
Subway or Jersey Mike's?
Subway.
I'm a Jersey Mike's guy.
Well,
maybe because I can
actually,
get the
no,
giant
still
one
Subway.
and just eat the whole thing and be satisfied for the rest of the evening.
I'll do chicken bacon ranch anytime I go to either of those places.
I get the same one every single time.
There we go.
Let's
That
go.
was solid as hell.
Yes, it is. And I'm pretty sure it's going to blow up people's ears.
Yeah, just headphone. You just be wearing just a flashbang ping. Just
He's not on the floor.
And that is this podcast ear rape.
Yeah, I don't know because like I like the toasted Italian bread from Subway because it's got the cheese on top of it.
Yeah, me too.
I just like the cheese.
But then again, I like the fact that I get a big one.
That
sounded weird, but I like the big.
Like
it does
the
sound
big
weird.
one?
Yeah, shut up. I just like the fact that I get a big sandwich.
The Bellas.
Yes.
I've never had the balls.
Recommend it. Wait, what do you get from DeBellas?
Cowboy.
Another one.
That was not to kill the listeners there.
Yes. 2 for 2.
There we go.
Wait, we get from Subway. We get from Subway.
I build my own sandwich.
And if I'm not building my own or doing a chicken bacon ranch because they do one there, meatball sub.
Damn.
What do you do? BLT or Italian?
What's that one? Sweet teriyaki.
Ooh, that's
okay.
actually really good.
Okay.
I can't have cheese, so there's no point in me getting
Oh,
meatball.
yeah, that might, okay.
If I'm like
I realized that one time I interned in New York City, like Manhattan, and on one Saturday I went down just to go for a walk. I ran into like the I think one I forgot what it was. Maybe it was George Washington or something on park, and like there's people like dancing, doing the head twirls. I was like, this is awesome. Went to like a cart, got a milkshake, and I realized, oh shit, it's a mistake.
Like, wait a minute.
Got on the subway, went back to the dorm that I was staying in for the summer, and spent like a good 30 minutes in there. And what's worse is that like the NYU dorms, I got the cheapest one, and it's completely shit because there's like no way to vent any heat. So when I tell you it's hot in the room, it's hotter in the bathroom.
He's got hot ass.
And so I soaked my entire body just going to the bathroom. And it was the worst experience of my entire life. So if you want to torture someone, lock them in the bathroom. Worst thing I ever did in my entire life, and that's how I knew I'm not going to do this ever again. Yeah. All right, you have 2 options for a superpower: either turn invisible or shapeshift. And it can be it's only people, not animals, just people.
Okay.
Would it be the kind of invisible where like only my skin and body would be invisible, not my clothes?
Or is it like Violet from The Incredibles, where I can just like touch something else and it goes invisible with me?
You can
and
do
my
that,
clothes.
but you have to wear something that goes invisible with your clothes. You can't just wear everyday stuff.
Oh, so
like a super suit kind of deal?
Yeah.
And when you say shapeshift, it can be animals too, you said?
No, I said only humans.
Oh, only humans.
This time, only humans.
Oh, okay.
Could I do things like specifically change the colors of my eyes, or just like set people?
You can change eye color too. You can change eye color. I knew you were gonna say
So
that.
I can make my dick bigger.
I was waiting for you to go there.
That might be my answer.
I want to go invisible just so I can go to people that annoyed me in high school and middle school and just like. I'm just gonna like literally like just mess with their garage door.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like, who keeps doing this? Like,
or just keep turning on their floodlights outside. Just step in front. Or pick up a stick and be like.
I'll find a way to get inside and just like flush the toilet.
Ooh yeah. No, leave a phantom dump. Just poop in there and don't flush, don't say anything, and just watch them crumble.
That's a dick move.
Just watch, because then they'll be fighting.
No,
because they won't know who did it.
Or an upper decker.
Oh, do you know what those are?
No.
Jack.
Yes, explain.
An upper decker is where you. So the tank, and like there's a toilet, and then there's a tank. You take the lid off the
shit in
tank,
the water
and then
tank.
you shit in the water tank.
Who will win the fight, Michael Myers or John Wick?
The first thing that came to my mind was John Wick, only because like
he'll make sure he's dead.
He's the kind of guy where like and also I don't know if you've seen like the last Halloween movie.
Yeah, that was shit out of him at one point.
Yeah,
don't they?
I was like, it was they made Michael Myers so
nerfed,
weak and like
couldn't
definitely fight back kind of a thing. They made him more human.
I'm pretty sure they cut off like I think maybe like 5 of his fingers and slashed him while he was already like freaking.
When it was all the people in the the neighbors in the street. Did you see that part? Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't he get up and murder all of them though?
Yes.
He gets up and murders all of them, but at the same time, like
how?
What's more threatening, like a crowd of average people or like fucking John Wick
with a shotgun to his just.
Like, makes it worse that is that not only did the John Wick's guy who I forgot who had killed his dog in the movie, but Michael Myers actually ate a dog, so it makes it worse. So someone mentioned that to John Wick.
He will probably like skin Michael Myers alive and then just
probably
his head off.
I'm kind of happy they didn't take off his mask though, so we can actually see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that.
Like in the Halo TV show.
Wait,
did you see the Halo TV show?
Oh, they're making
the live action one.
Yes.
Oh. Episode 1, like 6 minutes deep, he just takes it off.
And then
the biggest mystery in all of Halo.
And then I just stopped watching it.
And then Master Chief has a naked butt scene and a sex scene.
I was about to say Master Chief has sexy times.
If you were in a movie film and they asked you to do a nude scene, would you do it? If you're doing a movie and it requires a nude scene, would you do it?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'll think about it.
How nude?
It depends. Like am I the only one? Like what?
Yeah.
Is it a Tarantino film? Like what are we doing here?
Are they gonna? If it's only a shot of my ass, then absolutely.
Well, if it's my ass, do it.
Yeah, me too. I got good ass. I'm cool with it.
But anything other than that,
the front half has to be specially prepared.
And I have to
if you're a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And you're like in a brothel.
Hodor's monster dog. You remember when that was the thing? When that was the news going around?
No.
You know Hodor, the big giant guy. There's one scene where I didn't even watch the show, but I remember this making the rounds in like the meme news.
Oh Lord!
It was literally just him standing up next to like a tree, and he's got like a forearm-sized albino white weenie just standing there, and he's just like.
I guess well, we know where his genius went.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
The smarter he is, the smaller his weenie.
Okay, we know where it went then. We get it. Just I got nothing else, man. Anything going on for you guys the next few days or weeks?
Well, I have to start thinking about my next move with
there's a career fair next week in Hartford.
I'm going to that.
I'll see you there.
Sounds good.
Maybe I'll go. When is it? Like, what day are you going?
It's a 1 day thing. It's on September 27th, 3 to 6.
Yeah.
It's
a sports career fair at the yard.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, whoa.
It does.
Something's happening on the 26th that I know I have, but I don't know what.
You don't know what it is? Not yet.
So that's like, what day is it today? It's 26. So
Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. So next week.
I got biceps tomorrow.
I just started a new training routine this month where I would only lift 3 days a week, and then 2 days out of the week I would just do like pure calisthenics.
Dude, some people at my gym are very, very nice people. Because like one guy's like, yo, that high top looks nice, man. His other guy's like, dude, your deadlift form looks really, really good.
There you go.
I was like, this is nice. This is good. This is good effort. Good energy right now. Good energy.
Because all we did in college was just dips.
Yep. Yep. Triceps for days.
Man, think about those track work. What was the hardest workout you remember doing at Southern?
800 City. No, yeah, 800 City. 600 City sucked, but 800 City was worse.
My freshman year, you guys weren't here for this, but
don't tell me it's the West Rock story.
Which one though?
The one where he's standing on top of like the finish line, and because it's where the sun is, it makes him look like God.
No,
not that one.
It was so we used to do hills not on the left side but on the right side, and there was a workout that I did where we would do actually a ladder, where we would do a 200, a 300.
Oh, I hate ladders.
A 400.
400 on the hills?
Yeah, and mind you, this only went like 250, and then you have to turn.
I was about to say, isn't that a hairpin?
Yep.
Jesus.
And then you have to go down, and then we have to do the ladder back down. So you do another 4, a 3, and then a 2.
Gross.
Wow. And then I wanted to die. And then later on, we did this one when I was a junior. We would do hill day, like 8 200s uphill, and then immediately after, it's like, all right, we have a full vault sesh, and then we're like,
excuse me?
Mine was either, I think, so 800 City, I think, was 2 800s at threshold, with like 2 minutes between, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, because it's 2 minutes. That's now we're near full recovery.
And then 600 City, I think he had us do 3 or 4 600s.
It was 3.
Was it 3?
It was 3. If we did 4, we would have finished it.
600 City was not fun.
500. I mastered 500.
What was the day I made everybody have a workout? Didn't that happen? I swear I like did something or didn't do something, and then Lon's like, "Oh, I guess we have a fucking workout today."
I have no idea.
I'm almost positive something happened where people were yelling at me because me and somebody else fucked off so bad that we did. That was it. We did so bad in a workout. That
the next day?
That the next group had to because we were doing so bad, we had to continue hitting times until he was happy with it. And then the group after that, instead of having the shortened version that we were supposed to have, got the full thing that we dragged us out to do. I think it was me, Nick Strickland.
I do remember that now.
You remember that?
Now I remember it because I
forget what it was. I think it was 150s or something stupid. No, it wasn't 150s. It was something stupid.
It was longer.
It was like 2s or 3s.
Like 250.
It was like 250s or 3s because I remember.
And we probably went into the wind direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had to be.
The straightaway was into the wind. The final straightaway going back to the start was, by the far. If you're looking at the stands, far left.
Yeah, it had to be that one.
Yeah.
I do remember that because all I heard was someone messed up with the workout. And I'm like, who messed up the workout? And then I'm like,
me and Nick Strickland timing ourselves real bad.
And then I think I remember Strickland was saying, "I'm sorry." I'm like, you better be freaking sorry.
I was giggling about it the whole time. I was like, I don't know. I told Nick he could take control. Bad idea.
Now I remember because you did say that in person that day.
My senior year, I had to run repeated 350s outside. It was windy out, and then of course, in his prime, Wallen's like, "All right, Jack, you're partnered with Sashim today," and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" Sashim cooked me, of course, but all I was like, I just need to stay at least 5 feet behind him, and I did good the first rep. I was with him the entire time. I'm like, "Oh, I think I can do this," and I forgot. He only gave us 3 minutes rest. And he goes, "All right, you're up again." And then Sasha's like, "You ready for this, man?" I'm like, "No." Because he's like, I'm like, just the fucking Family Guy meme. And he's like, "First time?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my first time. How about you?" He's like, "No, not my first time."
Yeah, that
on the plane.
What's that guy's name that played Harry in Spider-Man? Oh, James Franco.
Yep.
First time.
I was like, "Yeah, how about you?" No, it's not my first
6
time.
6 and 26 never agreed with me.
Yeah,
I could never figure that thing out. I would. If I had 4 and 26, I had 2 and 27. And I wasn't even trying to lay up. I was literally trying to run a 26, and somehow I always hit 27 on the dot. And I'm like, how the hell do you run this?
Probably my best workout, I could say, though. I do have a best one. I think it was doing... Yeah, it was 300s. So it was the 10 threes.
Was that the one where you did 300s right before a meet? You weren't eligible, but we all...
I remember doing one of those literally up
with
until...
Joey was timing you?
That one was because I missed one, and he was just like, "No, you're still gonna do it." But no, it was me and Luke, and he was just murdering the pace for him. And I think we did.
That's Luke for you.
Yeah. So I think the last 4 were all sub 50. It was 49, 48, 47. I was like, "Oh, I feel great right now."
Oh Lord, you said it out loud too.
But I did. And then I think we had a solid lift, and then I think I died, just hot.
My best.
We and Luke went to the same high school, so
yeah.
I don't remember. I think I always remembered that whenever we were at meets, I knew Luke was gonna be in first, and I said, "Just get second, we're good."
Luke.
Oh, I tried. Never did. I tried, though. He was just good in high school, and he was good in college. What can I do, man? I think the best work I ever had was doing the 500s. Because I remember Najee was getting mad at me for running too fast. I was like, dude, just keep up.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Because like I think Wallen had a set time. I forgot what it was, but I was beating it by like a second or two every single rep. I was like, I can do another one right now.
Yeah.
So awesome.
My best workout was a Saturday morning workout. Actually, we had repeated. We had like 6 to 8 150s.
Yeah.
And then Wallen put me in like group 3. And I was just like, okay. And then I murdered everybody in that group. And then Wallen's like, Jack, switch places with him. And then in group 2. So I got moved up to group 2. And then I like murdered everybody in group 2. And then Wallen's like, all right, Jack, well, fuck you. Get in group 1. And I was like, okay. So I got in group 1, had stellar times. And it goes, you know what, Jack? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to throw you in the 4x4 at Yale. And I was like, okay.
Thanks, coach.
And then that was the best 400 I ever ran in my life.
Damn.
Shoot. Well, I guess that's it, man. See you guys in the next podcast.
Doses.